Hey guys, Sensei Rich here, and now we're at video number 3 for our advanced basics, our advanced techniques. So from here we're going to go right into our strikes. We're going to have the inverted knife hand or an upset knife hand. It just chops like this. Right? Then we're going to have elbow strikes. The next ones are elbow strikes. So we're going to have an upward elbow. We're going to have a horizontal moving forward elbow. Horizontal moving backward elbow. And then we're going to have a downward elbow. We have a couple. We come over this way, where it's kind of an angled thing where I come this way over top. So we go the upward, horizontal forward, horizontal backward, downward, or a downward strike that way. So then we have the kicks. We're going to have the knee kick, right? We're going to have the axe kick. Looks like a crescent, but I'm going to come up and it's going to come straight down. You're striking with the heel. And then we have the hook kick. We moved it off the intermediate level and put it to the advanced level here. So the hook kick, if I'm here in my sparring stance, I'm going to slide up. The leg comes straight up and hook back. We can do it two ways. I can hook with the heel or hook with the bottom of the foot. So if I hook with the heel this way, or if I hook with the foot this way, right? In sparring, you have to be careful with the hook kick. We'll talk about that in sparring class. In sparring, I can't come up and go through like that. I can't do that in sparring. I can only come up and touch and come back. Right? It's the same concept with the back fist or a spinning technique. If I do a spinning technique, I have to stop it. I can't go through. We'll talk about that later. So that's our strikes and our kicks. Our blocks is just a continuation of all the blocks they've already learned. So they're going to have to do closed blocks and the overhand blocks. And they're going to do these blocks at the advanced level. They're going to be doing these against someone moving with them on the floor. So as they have to do these blocks as someone is moving forward. So if I have an attacker here, I'm going to step back and do, say I'm using an outward knife hand. Or if I'm doing an upward. Or if I'm doing a downward. Right? So they're going to be moving with a partner during these strikes. So they're going to do all their blocks with a partner moving up and down the floor. What this is going to do is going to teach them to have the courage to be able to stand there and defend and move at the same time. So we're teaching them coordination, distance and timing, courage, focus. So all those skills are going to be tied right into those moves, moving up and down the floor with their blocks. Our stances here, we're going to have a few of them. We have a non-apparent fighting stance, we have our reverse bow, and we have a reverse cat stance for these. So these are a little bit more advanced stances. That's why we put them in here for these. So what that is, a non-apparent fighting stance. If I'm here, you and I are getting into a little argument, I'm just going to turn back, my hands come up here, and I'm just kind of here like this. I don't want to interlace my fingers, I'll place them here. This is one version. Now we teach this to the kids in the bully defense. They step back with their strong leg and their hands come up and they're open right here. Like, hey, and they're just touching their fingers. This doesn't look like that. Just all I do is like, I got to hear this again, with their fingers together. Another way maybe is I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to put this hand underneath, this hand up, and I'm going to turn sideways like, Like I'm really kind of listening to you, but I'm getting ready to walk away from you. But this is a non-apparent fighting stance. And the reason it's this way is if you come in, it's a quick strike here, a back flip of the fingers to the eyes, or if you step in, it's a quick knee strike to the knee to get you to buckle your knee. And that gets me to create distance in the way. So that's our non-apparent fighting stance here. Again, right? Now, the next one we have is called the reverse cat stance. So if you remember the video before, I'm in a cat stance this way. So I'm going to face you first. So this way, if I'm doing a cat stance, a reverse cat stance, this foot turns out, this foot's going to slide up behind, like this. So I'm going to turn sideways, this foot's turned out, this foot slides up behind here. And what this is we call it a hidden technique. Boom. So what I'm doing here is I've stepped to throw that kick. Right? It's not something, it's just one of the stances that we use in hiding techniques. Right? The last one is called a reverse bow stance. So all that is if I'm in a front stance here, I'm just going to pivot my feet backwards this way. And I'm going to be in a, so instead of being in a front stance, I'm reversing the stance by giving a little twist. Reverse bow here. So I'm here. And you'll see this in some of the moves they do here, that they do in some of the forms, or later on when we do a form, we're going to step out and punch, and reverse bow and spear. You'll see that in a couple of the forms. So these are all going to be tied into their forms and the way they're going. Again, that's the the advanced basics for you guys. The strikes is our inverted knife hand strike and our elbow strikes. Up, forward, backward, downward this way, downward this way. Kicks, we have knee strike. On the knee strike, I didn't talk about, the toes should point on the knee, not like a front kick. This time the toes point, so I'm coming up here. The toes are pointed, and I'm driving that knee forward. This way. Then we have our hook kick, and then we have the axe kick. And down. All right? Blocks. All the blocks are open hand, closed hand blocks, and they're moving against an attacker. Okay? So the attacker's going to come at them. I'm going to step back and do my blocks. Again, it's going to help them develop that courage, timing, distance, focus. And then we have our stances. We have our non-apparent fighting stance here, our non-apparent fighting stance here. We have our reverse cat stance. We go sideways for you guys here, right there. And then we have our brain cramp, right? So non-apparent fighting stance or reverse bow stance, excuse me. So if I'm in a front stance here, I just twist it back into my reverse bow stance here. All right? And that's all the advanced basics or advanced techniques for, of course, the samurai class and the adult class. All right? This is Sensei Rich. I'll see you guys on the mat.